happen. So anyway, give you a little walk around here. This is the 36 BHQ. I'll stand over here and let you have a look. And that couch folds out into a hide-a-bed. These recliners have heat and vibrating massage feature. The heat is great. The vibrating massage is just kind of annoying. This little box down here, we keep you know, pots and pans and things like that in while we're on the move. One time I had a bunch of stuff up here. This is very flimsy and not really up to holding the weight, especially when traveling. So we had broken whiskey bottles and it was just a mess. I ended up having to replace the TV, which was no big deal because the TVs they come with are absolute garbage, just like the tires that come on these campers. I'll tell you another thing: when you buy a camper brand new, don't have any confidence in the tires. I mean, it's commonly referred to as China pops. They may be brand new tires, but they're brand new junk. And there's more than one story of people out there who were heading home after buying their brand new trailer and the tires blew out and did damage to the camper. So the first thing you need to do, it should be on your radar, is go replace those tires immediately with good tires. I use Mastercraft tires, like 12 ply tires. They're more than necessary. Here's the stove. Stove is got this little glass cover. Got these cute little blue lights. Who cares? Got a light overhead. It's nice. The fan actually works good. Got a light up top. Storage. More storage. This little closet's kind of neat. The light that's in here doesn't have a switch. When you open the door and reach in, it comes on. It's got a motion sensor. I saw the sensor. Oh yeah, there's the sensor right there. Motion light. Residential fridge. So when you buy campers, it's common for toy haulers to come with a built-in generator, not regular campers. So this camper has, like most of them, with a residential fridge. You know, residential fridge does not run on propane. It's not an option. It's full electric. Has a inverter wired in down below, and that inverter only runs the fridge. You have two batteries that you carry, and the batteries power the inverter. Now when you're hooked up to your truck and your trailer plug is plugged in, there is a feed line in there that trickle charges your batteries as you're driving down the road. And as I haven't experimented with this, but from what I've read, you can run about 48 hours with nothing charging the battery and power your fridge. Probably doesn't really work out that way, but that's what I've heard. Now one thing I like about this camper, and you know, I would like it about any camper that had it, you can go to have an app, and when you go to the app, you can go to devices, slides, and you can be outside the camper and you can open your slides. So this is for the bunk room, so you just hold it and the slide opens. So you can be outside the camper, and if you, I mean, because if there's a tree next to the camper, it may be 12 feet away. In my head it's 3, so I'll stand out there and watch this thing open up. And then once you come in here, so in here, that couch, well, first of all, this will lift up, pin up here, out of the way, so 6-foot man can sit down there without hitting his head. And I guess, I don't know what you do on the little TV, but you could sit there. As a bed, I did try to sleep on that once, and it was awful. So might be okay for kids, but if you're an adult, it's not for you. I never tried to get up there. 300-pound capacity. I don't exceed that capacity, but I don't belong up there. Storage. The TV, this little TV fits right in here perfect. I haven't mounted it. I just throw it up there when we're traveling. When we get to where we're going, I set it up there and plug it in. This is my son, who's 7 years old. This is his little playroom. Now what ends up happening usually is all of our stuff we carry, you know, backpacks and, you know, my wife's purse, we take our shoes off in here. This room really isn't used for anything other than just overflow, I guess. The heater for the camper is right behind that grate, and so is the freshwater tank. Now this camper has what they would refer to as central air conditioning ducting built in. Now both the forward and the aft air conditioner tie into that ducting, so if both air conditioners are running and you have this closed, you can open this. Now all the air just dumps out in here. You really cool this room. But if you want to do the central AC thing, if you want to do the central AC thing, then you close those off. Now this camper has storage here. You hang your jackets, keep a little tool bag, and obligatory duct tape, which is actually Gorilla Tape, because this is the best shit you can buy. Okay, got a little stairs here built in. Climb up here and you climb to a world of limited space and minimal padding. Great for kids, not for adults. And then you can worry about your kids falling, trying to get out and breaking all kinds of stuff. Here's the bathroom. I like the bathroom, it's adequate. Showers plenty big enough. I think it has a 12-gallon hot water heater, which, you know, the reduced flow rate of water that comes in these campers, coupled with the fast heating of the 12-gallon hot water heater, you can take a long shower. And you have storage here, towels, got a cabinet, skylight under the sink, and the bedroom. Now I never even slept on the cushion it came with. It's just foam. Took it out, went and paid 500 bucks for a Sealy Tempur-Pedic mattress and stuck it in here, and I like it. It's comfortable. This TV I hung, I think it's, gosh, 50 inches. I don't know, I can't remember. So the TVs that come in the campers look modern and all, but they are not smart TVs. So Netflix, Amazon, things like that, you're not going to get. They gotta go. So what I do is I just turn on the mobile hotspot on my phone, and now everything in the camper has internet, and we watch Netflix and stuff like that. So here is the there's a light in here. It's under here, and there's your closet space. I find it to be adequate. It does have a washer and dryer hookup, and then you have a little access door to that washer and dryer. I like the noise of a fan. That fan is a bit excessive, but it's what I had, and I threw it in here, and it's just been in here ever since. So the plumbing for your washer and dryer drains actually is behind that, and I think it takes a turn under this cabinet. So anyway, you can control well, here's a control panel, so you can do your lights and stuff through there. You can also do it from this app. So you can go to home. You got well, I'll turn these off and you'll see. So you got accent lighting, shows up underneath there and along the edges. It's kind of nice. I like it. You got your outdoor awning light, which is blue. Kitchen pendant light that comes on with it. And then now none of those work on the 12 volts, so if you're pulling it down the road you can't do that, but these will still work on 12 volts. Your water pump will work on 12 volts. Your heater will work because it's propane. You don't have TV, microwave, your chair, heating, you don't have that. You can open the slide outs up on 12 volts, and obviously the fridge works on 12 volts. So what's available is rather minimal. Now this door did not come with this window. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was 40 bucks. I took the door off, I laid down the window, drew a circle around it, and I cut a hole in the door and then put that on. It was very easy and I love it. Works great. The thing about that is, like, you know, you can let me open this. You can, you know, as a little shade, you can slide up and then you can see out the door, so you have another window to look out. This door knob, or this door latch, it didn't come with that. I bought that. I just removed the old one. You didn't have to do any cutting or anything. Put the new one right in. Now you have a key code and it has a little remote, so you can keep that in your pocket and remotely lock and unlock the camper. Here's your storage plate space. Obligatory axe. There's the heater I was telling you about. Got a little mini fridge, which is not powered unless you're plugged into ground power, but it works good. We keep drinks in it, so you don't have to keep going in and out. Now, I always carry an air compressor, a good assortment of tools. You never know when you might need to air up a tire, work on something. That's all when you're having a bad day, which happens. Other storage. This is it's got a light in here. That's a solo stove. I found sometimes you go to campgrounds and you can't find a fire ring, or they want you to rent one. Now I'll tell you, this is your normal 20-pound bottle. Fits in there good. There's space for the next size bottle, which is, was it 30 pounds? Let's see, I think I have one over here. Yeah, 30-pound bottle. Now, when I put this bottle in here, I had to relocate the oh yeah, this thing. I had to relocate that. Now, I don't know if you can tell or not, but right here is a little bit of an indentation. For some reason, these bottles, the door wants to hit it, and it's all the way up against the framework in there where they enclosed it. And on the other side, the reason why I don't have that tank in there is because I mean, I tried, but well, you can see where it's, that tank is rubbing the door. When I put the bigger tank in there and went to close the door, it stayed open like that, and I just didn't want to have to push the door so hard to make it fit, and so I abandoned that project. It has auto leveling. It's not hydraulic, it's electric. I haven't had any problems with it other than on a little bit of uneven ground. It runs out of stroke, so that's why you use these those little pads that you put down and set them underneath the feet, so that kind of take up the gap. See the little red pads? Yeah, that's them. So I have a little kit with those in it. I installed a camera up there. It is pre-wired for that, and when, at least on that one, the way it worked, when you wire it in, if your headlights are on in the truck, then it turns on the camera. So anyway, that's my review. I think it has a HD antenna. I think it's HD radio. It does have a radio in it, and you can play the music on the outside of the camper, but I don't never listen to it. You can Bluetooth from your phone to it. A lot of times when we're traveling, we'll pull into a Buc-ee's, go in and buy some sandwiches, go back out in the camper and open it up, and just sit there and, you know, enjoy a sandwich and listen to the radio. I think it's a good idea to cover your holes so little mud daubers and stuff don't build a nest in there. This is your access to your hot water tank, and it has this larger grate over it, and I bought this finer mesh just to keep stuff from getting in there. And then here's your water station. So like I said, it is technically a 4-season camper, and as you can see, it's got that cheap plastic corrugated trash for an underbelly. What do you expect? I mean, look, it handled angel fire at 15 below. I think you'd be fine above 0, 10 degrees. I think there's no problems. I will tell you, one of the problems, and when I was in angel fire, the other valves didn't freeze, but the one for the kitchen, which is up underneath there, well, it froze. And the only thing that's exposed is the valve pull handle. The valve itself is up underneath that corrugated plastic. So what I had to do was go to the hardware store in town. I bought a heat gun and extension cord, and I sat up underneath there for at least a half hour, just sat there Indian style, at about 15 inches away. I just blew hot air on it until it finally came undone. So yeah, that valve will freeze, and so will the kitchen sink. But anyway, I think that's a good walk around. It weighs 11,000, basically 12,000 pounds empty, with a cargo carrying capacity of 2,400 pounds maybe. Let's go back to the statistics page here, and let's see what we got. Dry weight 11,943 with a 2,472 pound payload capacity, and your hitch weight is 2,095 pounds. So it doesn't feel heavy to me. My other camper was considerably heavier. It was a Vengeance Touring Edition toy hauler, triple axle setup, and I want to say it was 16,000 pounds or something like that. Aluminum body material, sidewall construction is fiberglass, no sliding glass doors. Though the windows do open, like the back window, I mean the little side window above the power cord doesn't open, but the glass for that window slides open, and it has a screen. And at your kitchen table and at the couch in the living room, those windows slide open, and you have a screen there as well. Let's see, 42 feet in length, 96 inches wide, and you have 12.5 feet, so 12 feet 7 inches of height, and Yep, 2 propane tanks. Yes, power retractable awning. Awning length 16 feet. I like the awning. Awnings help. Well, you know, when it's hot out and the sun's beating down, if it's not too windy and you can have the awning open to shade the side of your camper, you will notice a difference. Now, having 2 air conditioners, I mean, I've only got one running. Currently here in Texas, where I'm at, the current temperature says it's 89 degrees. We've been hitting 100 for the last few days. I think we're gonna be bumping 102 today. The only air conditioner I have running is that one in the back. It's closed off and running through the central ducts, and I have it set to 79 degrees. And you go in there, I can go in there 3 o'clock this afternoon and I could just sit down and be fine. It really does a good job. I did have problems with the air conditioners though, let me tell you. If you take the screen cover off, that the plastic cover on the inside of your camper ceiling from the inside, there's a walled off area there where your incoming air is supposed to be separated from your refrigerated air that's trying to exit, and they put like aluminum tape over it. Well, they didn't, or they didn't do a good job. So there's a big hole there, like I want to say it was 5 or 6 inches in diameter. It's a big hole. So the incoming air and the outgoing air were basically sharing the same space, and it was just, it was freezing up, and it generally wasn't cooling very well. And that was same for the one in the front. So I took it apart and I taped it with aluminum tape and closed that baffling off, and that changed the game drastically. Another thing is that sometimes the air conditioner in the front, because it's just in such a small space and I like to keep it cold, it'll want to freeze up. So if you go in there and you set your thermostat to auto and it's running, well, it'll freeze up, trip the freeze up, you know, safety switch, and it'll shut off. Well, it'll never come back on. So what I do, instead of running it in auto, I just turn the fan to run in low. That way, even if the air conditioner freezes up, the fan will still be going. And because the fan is still going, once the air conditioner gets back to a happy state, automatically it starts going again. See how this one's in auto? I run this one in auto. It works fine. But you can go through the modes. And then when you first turn it on, you have an opportunity to select how you want to run it. Fan speed high, fan speed low, or auto. Well, this one we'll leave in auto. Anyway, there you go. Heater, electric pump. All right, well, that's a long video. I'll probably just leave it long. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Hopefully that answers some questions and gives you some insight on some things. All right.